Opportunistic and outdoorsy Owen. Owen's revelation. The scene opens onto a stressed-looking businessman, Owen Hoffman, stuck in his workplace. The clock reads 12:30 p.m., and Owen's stomach is grumbling, but he has a stack of papers on his desk.
Owen Hoffman works at a major construction company with a local office here in New Braunfels, Texas. Ever since the pandemic shuttered businesses, Owen has been feeling extra pressure to perform well and keep his job.
The papers and phone on his desk come into focus. There are several overdue files on his desk and several missed calls from his wife.
He loves his wife and 2 children, but between trying to help homeschool his kids and recent layoffs from corporate, Owen has been feeling overwhelmed. He feels like he's failing at work and failing at home. His company recently called employees back to the office, and he's been using his lunch breaks to get extra work done.
A dreamscape of Owen and his coworkers enjoying lunch outings and happy hours envelops the scene.
Even working through lunch, Owen feels less productive than normal. He remembers the old office days of going to lunch outings and happy hours with friends. This was his time, the few hours to himself where he didn't have to worry about the pressures of work or his familiar responsibilities. No deadlines, no soccer practice, no trash duty. This was Owen time.
The scene jumps to Owen talking to his coworker Matt in the office.
Hey, Matt, want to go out and grab lunch? I'd love to, Owen, but we just have so much work. Happy hours were so fun. I just don't want to spend our whole break in line waiting for food. You're right. Me either.
The scene focuses on Owen and Matt looking at a Google page for restaurants.
That place on Green Street was the best. Best club sandwich. What about the new regulations? What if we want to get the group together? Sigh. I guess it's cold pizza and staying in the office. I love my kids and wife, but I'm going a little nuts, Matt. I need to get out. Maybe we could try something in SA.
The scene zooms to Owen's computer screen. It shows a Krause's ad.
Owen comes across an ad for Krause's on Facebook. The ad depicts some business people laughing and having lunch. They are seated outdoors at a large and spacious beer garden benches. The atmosphere is relaxing and inviting. The text on the picture reads, "No reservations necessary. We seat immediately." The next picture features a business hour menu that features Krause's fast kitchen items with the caption, 20 minutes or less, and a monthly special.
The scene shows Owen talking to his coworker friends.
Owen asks his coworker friends to go to lunch with him. Everyone looks tired. Some faces look skeptical. Some look excited. A few are checking their watches and looking nervously at the stack of papers on their desk. There's a big deadline circled in red on their office calendar. Another coworker can be faintly heard apologizing to his wife for forgetting to pick up snacks for football practice and Girl Scouts this week.
The scene shows Owen and his office friends at Krause's.
They are warmly welcomed by the host and handed a paper that highlights their business menu with fast kitchen items and monthly specials geared towards business people. They are seated immediately.
Owen and his coworkers are seated at Krause's, laughing and eating food.
Owen and his coworkers are laughing, catching up, and looking much less stressed. The waiter comes to their table and knows the group by name. There is a sense of community and relaxation in the atmosphere.
The scene zooms in on Owen getting served food.
Owen has a big smile on his face as he looks excitedly at his plate. It is the first time we've really seen Owen smile. His posture is better, he's sitting up straighter, his face embodies a sense of peace and joy.
Owen and his coworkers are back in the office celebrating a big milestone.
Owen and his coworkers are celebrating completing their big office deadline early. The paperwork piles on desks are smaller, and the mood has clearly shifted. Office morale has increased significantly. A coworker is heard in the background telling his wife that the snacks are already in the pantry and fridge.
Owen, his wife, and children Shelby and Owen Jr. are seated around the dinner table at home.
Owen makes a dad pun at the dinner table. His younger child, Owen Jr., laughs. His older child, Shelby, rolls her eyes. Owen looks at his wife with a childlike grin.
Owen leans in towards his wife.
Oh, I love you guys.
Owen's wife smiles in contentment. Her Owen is back to himself.